everyone, and welcome back to Hide and Seek with Kocnuni. I am your host, Shannon, and today we are in a very interesting place. I think you guys are going to find it pretty exciting. I thought it was pretty cool. We are in a place called the Siheung city. There is two Siheung. There is one in Seoul and there's one outside of Seoul. Make sure that you guys aren't getting those confused. The one in Seoul is Siheungdong in the Gamcheon district, and this is Siheung city, like I said. But we're in a very specific place today. This is actually the Siheung Gaetgol Observatory. So right behind me you can see we have this really interesting structure. This is the Wave Observatory. It's a pretty common photo spot. It's actually pretty cool and obviously a photo spot for a reason. So without further ado, you guys, we have a job to do. We are going to go find Kocnuni today, and we're going to start with our first clue. This is the Siheung Gaetgol Ecology Park. Gaetgol refers to the furrow in between the mudflat. Siheung is famous for its unique mudflat that's on the land, and come to the Wave Observatory if you want to see the whole scenery. So I guess our first clue is going to be at the top. Let's get going. So like I said, you guys, this is the Gaetgol Ecology Park, and something really unique about this place is it's one of the only mudflats that you can really find in Korea. It's directly off of the like inlet, I would say, from the ocean. So when you come here, immediately you're hit with a smell of like salt water, and it's very reminiscent of the beach. And as soon as I got here, it really made me want to just go kick my shoes off and go play in the sand and have a beach day. So we're pretty close to the beach. It's not too far. I don't see it from here, but maybe at the top we'll be able to see it there. But yeah, it's pretty cool so far. Something else that makes this particular park really special, and you'll get to see a little bit more about it later, is the salt flats. So it's one of the places where you can learn a little bit more about the traditional salt flat findings and stuff like that. And like I said, you'll get to see a little bit more later, but right now we're gonna take a look around and see what we can see from the top. And yeah, how are you guys doing today? Let me know. You want to go to the top of the observatory? Well, good, because we're headed there right now. Amazing place to visit, guys. Amazing to take a walk and relax, learn some information. What is that big structure? Does someone know anything about it? Like I said, this is the observatory. It's called the Wave Observatory. It's pretty special because it's a unique building that there's not anything similar in Seoul. So this is a really cool place where you guys can come get some fun pictures, but also you get to view the whole park. I haven't been to the top yet and I haven't seen anything yet, so I'm really excited to go take a look around. Before we head up to the top, we've got some people that are touring today, and we're gonna let them come down before we take you guys up. So this is a park, you guys, and it's also a place where you guys can come for tours. They offer tours all day, and it's 24 hours open. This place has been open since 2012, so it's actually relatively new. But it is open year-round, so you guys can come visit anytime. Obviously, I think the spring and the summer might be better, but you guys can come here and visit and check it out anytime. Also, for my younger viewers and for people that might have kids out there, they do offer some children's expeditions here as well. It's pretty popular to visit among elementary schools and stuff like that. So let's get going and see what it's all about. Wow, that tower is amazing. The structure looks similar building in my country. You need to visit I can't read it. Venezuela, I think is what that says. Come on up, you guys. So when you guys are walking up here, make sure you're being super, super careful. As beautiful as this structure is, it's actually quite narrow. So you want to make sure that you're walking in a single file line and you're taking your time. If you look in the middle here, there's also a structure in the center. You guys can get another cute picture right here as well. But yeah, we're gonna head all the way up. I feel like this reminds me of when I used to go to like the water park and stuff when I was younger, climbing all the way to the top of the big slide and stuff like that. Hello from Ecuador. Hello, hola. Yes, Venezuela, useful for students to increase their knowledge, for sure. You guys are gonna be learning a lot today about the salt flats and salt mining as well. Walking into the park, I got to see a little bit about it. Like I said, one thing that you're immediately greeted by is the salty smell in the air, and it's actually really, really lovely. Some people might not like it, but I certainly do. As we're getting higher, you can start to see the salt flats next to me over here. So we are at a park that is surrounded by the river, where you kind of are getting that briny water, that salty water where they're mining it from. And it comes and goes with the tide as well, so you guys are able to see kind of where the tide comes up and down. This is so cool. I haven't seen any signs of Kocnuni yet. Be careful, Shannon. Look forward when you walk. Yeah, I know. I want to watch you guys too, though, so it's kind of hard for me to do both. Very good at walking backwards. Yeah, I think I practiced that a lot when I was little. Like, I used to walk backwards a lot. How are you guys doing today? Let me know what you guys are thinking about it in the comment section so far. Like I said, you guys, for those of you that are just now tuning in, this is Siheung City. This is outside of Seoul, and there is a Siheung inside Seoul as well, but it's in a different district. So make sure if you guys are interested in coming to view this place that you guys are finding the correct one. Don't go to the wrong place or you won't be finding this here. And we're almost to the top. I feel like most of the people that we're visiting have already come back down, so we won't really have to worry too much about that. But this is really interesting. As we're getting higher, I'm able to see kind of the depth of this place, and there's a giant field surrounding all of it as well. I feel like that probably has something to do with the salt flats. I enjoy this program so much. I'm so glad. Is it warm today? No, it's actually not that warm today. I did not dress appropriately, but we're gonna do our best. All right, so we've reached a halfway point here, you guys. I'm gonna take a break for just a second so you guys can kind of see. If you look out this way, or the view from the tower, you can actually see some of the Siheung city. And then if you look back here behind me, it's mostly like the open fields along with the waterways and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. If you guys come here and visit, like I said, it'd be pretty fun. If you guys are hanging out, the scenery is extraordinary. Where will the next clue be? I don't know. Kocnuni can just jump down from the top. Uh-oh. Maybe we don't need to go to the top? I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe he can jump down from the top. Is that a hint from Koreanet? I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, while we are up here, I hope you guys can take a look at everything around. There's also a park out here. Okay, guys, I think we've been given a clue to go down. So let's go see it. As much as I'd like to go see the top, we do have a little bird to go find. Kocnuni, you are so sneaky. Let's go find him. Oh, and make sure you guys are being careful as we walk down as usual. Loving the view. Where's the second clue? Sometimes walking backwards up is easier. Yeah. The scenery is pretty extraordinary. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I'm just now noticing also these winding little pathways where you guys can come take a walk. Earlier when we were walking in, I saw a bunch of people walking their dogs and like hanging out with friends and stuff. And as we pan around, you guys are able to see like there's a bunch of cute little couples walking around as well. So you guys can bring your friends and come check that out. All right. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about the city, this particular park actually does have a website online, so you guys can go check that out as well. Like I said, these are the mud flats, and we've reached this halfway point, so I'm wondering where the clue is. Maybe we should take a look around. I'm not sure. Let's see what Kocnuni has to say. Dun, dun, dun. Next clue, let's go. Shannon, good job hiking all the way up here. The view you're seeing is the old salt pan. It's where salt is made from the seawater. The next hint card is in the salt. What? It's in the salt, but we're in the salt flats. I feel like that could be so many things. Well, we can't put it past Kocnuni to give us some very broad and vague clues to try to make things interesting for sure. So, although we didn't get to go to the top, something interesting about this place, guys, is it's actually 6 stories tall. So it's pretty high up. And if you drop your phone like me, make sure you don't drop it off the side. But let's keep going. Talking about how the scenery changes as we go up and down. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So the salt pan, you guys, you'll get to see a little bit more of it as we walk over here, but we're gonna be exploring some of the traditional ways that people are mining salt and finding salt. So when the tide comes up, obviously it brings a lot of that salt water in. So they're waiting for the tide to go back out, and as they do, they sort of dredge the water to pull the salt out, which is a really, really cool process. For those of you that didn't know. And they also have a bunch of different storage units around this park where you guys can see how much salt they're bringing in and stuff like that. And we might get to play into a little bit of it as well. So I'm really looking forward to exploring that with you guys and seeing more of the park. It seems pretty cool. They've got a bunch of different like art exhibits as well. So maybe some sculptures and stuff like that along with everything. Is the video getting stuck? I don't know. Let's keep going though, guys. So it says now that we need to find the next clue in the salt. Pretty vague if you ask me, because we are in a place where they're mining for salt all the time. So there's a lot to see around here. Does Kocnuni like salt? Yeah, I don't know, maybe he's a little salty. Ha ha ha. Little joke for you guys there. It's a little laggy. You need to pay a lot of attention when you find Kocnuni because each clue is so important. I guess it is, huh? I don't know which way we're going, so we're just gonna pick a direction. But like I said, we're looking for the salt. Right here, we're around a bunch of grass and stuff, but I'm not really seeing anything. So maybe we should check out one of those exhibits where I was saying they keep some of the salt. Like, what would we call it in the States? I think like just a storage unit or a silo type of deal. But it's really cool. And something really interesting that I like about this park, you guys, is it's just super open. There's not a lot of benches, there's not a lot of trees, there's not a lot of structures. It's just a very big open space. So if you guys want to bring your dogs here, come hang out or have a picnic or something like that, this is definitely a good space to come do that. As well as you guys can check out now that spring and summer is on the way, we can see some of the beautiful flowers and different stuff as well. So it's pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Ah, maybe he's in the depository? Yeah, perhaps. I'm not sure. But let's keep going. We can go take a look at the little inlet here, the salt water. See what it looks like? I can't get over the smell, you guys. It literally smells like we're at the beach right now. I'm loving it. And again, this is called the salt pan where we're at. This is where you guys can see that briny sort of water coming in. This is such an interesting place to see. Spectacular open space to think of everything. I know, that makes it so much harder when it's a big open space like this because it's harder to find where Kocnuni could be hiding. I'm never really sure. So here we go, we've got like a little benched in area where you guys can come sit and take a break, as well as you can overlook, the salt flats. And you can see it's pretty dark. The sand's not like white or pristine or anything like that, but it is lovely. So let's come take a break over here, see what we can find. I'm not sure. It says he's hidden in the salts. What? I don't think I brought my bathing suit. I don't think we can go swimming and looking in the salt today, but maybe we'll find something close by. I'm really not sure what to find, you guys. You might have to help me, give me a direction or a clue. Not that you guys would have any more clues than me at this point. Doesn't this look like storage? I don't know. Let's keep looking around. Have you guys ever visited a place like this before? I don't know about you, but this is definitely my first experience visiting like a salt mine, salt pan, salt flats, anything like that. I know in the US they've got like out in, I believe it's Utah or Nevada, they've got that really glassy area with the salt flats. I believe that there's something similar as well in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Make sure to correct me if I'm wrong on that, you guys, but there's lots of cool places like that, and this just happens to be one of the ones that's in Korea that you guys could come check out. So I hope you guys are exploring and getting to figure that out as well. What is that yellow? Is that a building? What a variety of views. Interesting structure ahead. Yeah, looks like we're coming up on one of those things that I was talking about earlier, you guys. The big selections of art, different structures. Like I said, this is a big open space and it's an ecological park. So each structure definitely has relevance to the ecosystem around here. This one looks like it's still being finished. I don't think it's done yet, but I'm sure at some point if you guys want to come check it out, there'll be a little bit more information about sort of what it is and what it's for. I can see like plastic rings hanging from the inside. Looks pretty cool. Seems we're walking through a construction site though, so maybe we should keep going. We want to try to find the place where Kocnuni could be, inside the salt. I don't know, maybe we should go check out one of these structures in here and see if he's hiding inside one of the salt flats. What do you guys think? I don't know. We should probably go this way though. Seems I've walked us in a circle. Sorry, you guys. You were definitely right. I should be more careful when I'm walking. Can I climb it? I would like to give it a try, but I don't think today is the day for that because it looks a little bit unfinished and we definitely don't want that. It's very vast. The way all these places we visit, thank you, Shannon, our well cared for is amazing. Oh, I'm so glad you guys think so. I'm glad we get to visit and check this stuff out together, as well as I'm glad you guys can help me figure out the clues because I don't know any more about it than you do. But like I said, we're coming around to another scenic area. You guys can see this is more of like a pedestrian park space where you can walk around and look at the trees and the flowers and things like that. And down here behind me, you're gonna be able to start seeing those salt flats that I was talking about. This is where people are gonna be mining the salt and getting the salt from. So I'm really excited to show you guys sort of how that process works and what that looks like, because I never saw it or recognized anything like that until today. So I'm very excited as well, should be cool. The clue must be hidden in that structure. I have a feeling. Can we enter the buildings? Yes, you can enter the buildings to an extent. Some of them are closed off, some of them are restrooms, restaurants, cafes, things like that. In traditional Korean fashion, there's always going to be a cafe around. But I think some of them especially are meant for more just viewing purposes. I don't think you can go into all of them, but some of them for sure. So let's see what's in this one. Nope, that looks like a bathroom. I don't think that's what we need. Let's keep looking. Let's keep going this way. And right over here, you guys, this is what I was talking about. This is where those salt flats are. So as you can see some of the white salt deposits on top of the water. And like I said, that overwhelming smell of salt is definitely prevalent in the air, you guys. So this area will change what it looks like depending on where the tide is. If the tide is up, the water will be higher. If the tide is out, it will be lower. But you can still see those salt deposits, and they look different in every single square. This one definitely looks like multicolored different. I'm not really sure what the reasoning would be, but if you guys want a little bit more information on that, they do have informational boards. This one tells you a little bit about why it's different. It is written in Korean. This place is definitely a little bit newer. They don't really have the English translations for things yet, but don't worry, you guys can use things like Papago or use your Korean friends to kind of help you out as well. So let's keep taking a look around and seeing what we can find. I'm interested to see how this process works. I can see that in some of them they have like these little rakes. I'm guessing that's how they pull the salt out, but it'd be really nice to like watch how this was done. If you guys have ever seen anything like this, let me know. I'd love to learn more about it, especially this area too. This one looks a little bit different than the other one. You can still see those salt deposits that I was telling you about as well. Are the buildings made of wood? It appears so. I'm not sure if that is purposeful or if that was more of just a creative decision, but it looks like this one might be one of those salt containers. I don't know, let's check it out. I like the fence, reminds me of Minecraft. Yeah, definitely. So as we look out over here, you guys, you can see this is probably where people walk and they come harvest the salt. That's those little scraper thingies I was telling you about. I don't really know the actual name for it, but right here you can see there's a giant salt deposit in the middle of this one. So this is where you guys can kind of see what the process actually looks like. And once they get all that salt, they have to put it somewhere, right? So we're gonna go check out this building. This is the storage container, or in the States we might call it a silo or something like that, where they keep the deposits of salt. And let's go see. I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. And maybe we can find our next clue. I don't know. I can tell that Shannon loves to walk without looking, always backwards. Yeah, definitely true. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the salt container. Like you said, you can kind of see that giant salt deposit. I kind of just want to like stick my finger in it and try it. I feel like I probably can't do that though. It's not been processed or cleaned yet, but it is pretty cool to check it out regardless. And this is where the salt is, so I don't know where Kocnuni could be. There is a warning sign, so I'm not allowed to walk into this one, unfortunately. Maybe there's a clue in here? No, not in there. I guess we gotta keep looking. I can't go in, so I don't think Kocnuni would have hidden the clue there. I haven't backed into anyone. You guys love the fact that I walk backwards. To be honest, I walk backwards for you guys because I feel like it's more comfortable for me to talk to you directly rather than talk to you from behind, I guess. So it's a little bit more comfortable for me. I feel like I'm actually having more of a conversation rather than just walking and talking to myself, I guess. So it's a little bit more interesting if I do. I'm glad you guys are finding it entertaining. It's definitely helping with my spatial awareness, I guess. Kocnuni salt bath, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. I wonder what this salt is actually used for, if its purpose is to be used for spa treatments and stuff like that, if they're using it for like salt licks or if they're using it for like table salt. I'm not exactly sure. That's a good question that we could ask. We might be able to check that out online. Like I said, there is a website where you guys can find out a little bit more about it. And what is this? Uh-oh, okay, this might be another place where we could find Kocnuni. We're gonna try to play in the salt, I guess. That's what it says. He says he hid the next clue in the salt, so maybe he's got it around here somewhere. Let's check it out. Oh, this is cute. This looks like a giant like sand pit. I used to have one of these in my house. Where's the, oh, I think I see the other clue. But I kind of want to get in the sand and play first. Dun, dun, dun. All right, you guys, I found the other clue. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. Shannon, I told you it's in the salt, right? The thing you're seeing might look like sand, but it's actually salt. Take off your shoes and find the hint card inside of all that salt. What in the world? There's so much. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's my answer there. We got to get into the sand and find it. I didn't think I would be playing with the, Actually, I should probably take my socks off too, hey? I didn't think I'd be playing in a sandbox today, but this is the job. This is what we do. All right, Kocnuni. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. It definitely feels different. It doesn't feel like sand at all. It feels like salt, but that's because it is. Wow. Should we build something? I feel like we should. There's so much room for activity. Hold on. I don't even know where to start. This is an impossible task. This is the biggest sandbox ever. How am I supposed to find a clue? You know what? There's a lot of tools in here. I could just use a rake like they were using in the salt flats, right? What if I just start like scraping through everything? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, this is a bad plan. That's not gonna work. Maybe I'll just start building something and Kocnuni will come out at some point. We're gonna be here a while. Nope, that's not it. Oh no. I don't know how I'm supposed to find this. It's gonna take forever. Kocnuni. Oh! Wow! No way! The card is like absorbed liquid from the salt, so it's very bendy right now. But we found it. Okay, yay. The next hint card is in the salt pan roller. It's called the tolbongji in Korean. The salt pan roller is a tool used to firm the salt pan back in the days. Okay, well, I kind of want to make a sandcastle before we do that, so I'm just gonna... I don't get to play in the sand very often, you guys, so I want to do this. But then we are gonna go find the salt roller. This is so satisfying. I wish you guys could see it. Or you know what, actually? Okay, that didn't work. The reason that it didn't work, I want you guys to see this more up close. If you guys look, it's really thick. It's not like sand, where it's very grainy and small. Like the granules are actually quite thick, which explains why I'm never gonna get it out of my clothes and why it's not building a sandcastle very well. So if you guys will excuse me for just a moment, I'm gonna put my shoes back on and we are gonna try to find the sand roller, the giant sand roller. All right, so feel free to take a look over there while I get my shoes on. I know this is riveting for you guys. I'm never gonna get the sand out of my socks. I keep saying sand, but it's actually salt. I didn't think I would have that problem today, like salty socks, but I guess it's gonna be, you know, I gotta say, Kocnuni always makes these interviews very, very interesting. Last week, he had me running around. This week, I have salt in my shoes. Next week, I don't know, we might be scuba diving. Who knows? Hard to tell with that guy. But we're one step closer to finding him, so that's good. What do you guys think in the comments? How are you enjoying the chaos today? Let's see. I can't really read it because it's kind of bright out here. Oh no! I double knotted my shoe and now I can't get it undone. Let's see what it says. Everyone's just doing laughing emojis. You guys are so mean. I know. Sorry, I don't mean to procrastinate, but I do need to put my shoes back on before we walk around. Because maybe you'll have us like digging in the salt flats next, who knows. All right, 됐어요. We finished, so let's get going. All right. Seems like you guys enjoyed it. A little more, you solved the clue. Kocnuni loves to troll you. Yeah, that's definitely true. Swimming in the salt, it's really hard. You make a lot of effort. I try so hard to find Kocnuni. Let's see. Salt roller. So we're looking for something called the, oh, what was it called again? Maybe we have a hint clue that tells us what it's called. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's called the tolbongji in Korean. So it's that's one of going to be our keyword for the day, you guys. dolbonji. We always try to remember a couple different Korean words or Korean phrases. That's the one I want you guys to focus on today. And if you guys see it, or if you know or read any Hangul, it might be around here somewhere. So let's keep a lookout for that. Kocnuni becomes the taste of salt. Well done, Shannon. Let's find. Wow, there's transportation to see around too. Yes, but now we're looking for the salt roller. Well, that looks like a roller. Hold on, let's see. dolbonji. dolbonji? Is that what this is? Oh, I think so. Looks like a salt roller to me. So this is a informational pack here. You guys can kind of see. Well, I see it, but I don't know where the clue could be. Am I allowed to step behind here? Hope I don't get in trouble. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, maybe I have to, can I? No, I can't roll it. I was gonna try, but I don't think I can. But sure enough, we've got our next clue. That one was pretty easy. Maybe our next one will be a little bit harder. Ah, okay, it's one of the picture cards. I love these. So this is what we're looking for next. This one looks like just another one of those art structures that I was telling you guys about before. This place is very informational, but it's also very artistic. It is a culture park, so you're kind of gonna find that blend of artistic stuff and motifs and stuff like that, but you're also gonna be able to find a lot of information on how things are done here, why they're done that way, and about the place in general and why it is what it is. So let's see. You got the clue, awesome. Yeah, that one was pretty easy though. I think he let it slide because he knew that finding the last one was gonna be kind of difficult. Let's try how to salt roller. Yeah. I wish I could have moved that. I'm curious to know how they did because that was remarkably heavy. Maybe they had like some sort of technology that they used for it last time. Now we gotta find this building. Yeah. I don't think it's exactly a building. It looks more like a tree. Again, it looks something like an art piece to me, like a sculpture of some kind. So again, it's that wooden theme. Somebody touched on that earlier and said how everything was made of wood. I have noticed that everything except for the actual salt mines themselves have been made of wood. I'm curious to know if that's because it's a preservation method or if the wood is somehow not affected by all the salty air or something like that. So good question, we'll figure that out. Maybe they had some lever kind of thing, probably. Oh, I think I see what we're looking for. I don't think I could mistake that for anything else. It seems pretty on brand with this photo, so we're gonna go check that out. You can see some of the workers here. They're working now. They're planting, I think, probably making it look more pretty, but it doesn't look like they're doing much of the salt mining. We've got some spots over here that you guys can probably see as well. People are enjoying a picnic, some time out in the sun, also hiding from the sun if they need to, which is probably what I should be doing. I did remember to wear sun cream today though, which has been interesting because I typically forget. It looks like Kocnuni's sitting on top. Yeah, I guess you're right. It does kind of look like Kocnuni's sitting on the top of the tree there. He's a little big to be Kocnuni though. You find everything so fast, amazing. Good work to you. That could be it. Yeah, but we never know when our last clue is gonna be. So I feel like because we found the last one pretty quickly, there's probably gonna be more after this. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I have a hunch. I've been doing this for a while, so I feel like I've probably found Kocnuni at this point. But as we walk, guys, one of the things that I'm really enjoying is how much the scenery is changing as we keep moving. So we got to see the salt flats, we got to see the giant structure, which is way behind us now, but we're also now getting to see more of the just calm area where you guys can see some of the agricultural differences, flowers and stuff like that. And we found this structure, but I'm not really sure what this is, but oh, it's a house, a tree house for a bird. Kocnuni, Kocnuni, 어디야? I don't know. So you guys can kind of see inside. I found the next clue right here. Ah, Shannon, do you know a Shuttle's hopfish? It's a fish living here, and I'm near the huge Shuttle's hopfish. Hurry up and find me. Uh-oh, okay. So now we have to find a giant fish. I feel like the clues this time are so obscure. They're quite random. So we found the structure. Now we need to find a giant fish. So I feel like it's probably not a real one. I don't think I can really get into the water right now. But speaking of the water, you guys, I'm seeing the large native birds right over here. I don't know if you guys can see those, but like I said, there's a lot of wildlife out here as well. It's not just about the scenery or the salt and learning about how that process is done. It's also about some of the environmental uniqueness that you'll get to see when you're here. You'll get to see some of the wildlife and nature, but another thing is like the grasslands and marshy areas, which is really, really cool. Again, something specific that you probably won't find in Seoul, which is why we are outside of Seoul today. But I think it's really important to mention that Korea is such a diverse place, like environmentally. A lot of people, when they think about coming to Korea, they always think about specifically coming to Seoul or going to maybe Busan or Jeju. But it's important to note that there's all kinds of environmental anomalies that are in Seoul, or not in Seoul, I'm sorry, in Korea. Like you could go hiking in the mountains the same day that you go to Gangnam. Like you can go to these salt marshes and stuff in a day. Like everything's pretty close to each other, but environmentally it's actually very diverse. So I really encourage you guys, if you guys do come to Korea, if you come to visit Seoul or Busan or anything like that, try to get outside of the city areas a little bit and really explore like more of the land part of Korea, because it's actually very beautiful. I was talking to one of my friends earlier about how one of my goals while I'm here in Korea is to actually climb Mount Hallasan in Jeju, which if you guys have never heard of Jeju, look it up right now, because Jeju Island off the south side of Seoul, or south side of Korea, is often equivocated to being the Hawaii of Asia, because it's so incredibly beautiful. And I can attest that that is correct, especially the Sogwipo area. So if you guys are interested in coming here, definitely check out Jeju Island. It's so beautiful and I think you guys would love it. We can go so many places and activities here. How tall is that? Oh, I have no idea. I want to visit Jeju. Yeah, and you should definitely visit Jeju. It was really beautiful. And something else, I know that we talk about food a lot as well, but not only is it environmentally diverse, the dishes that you can get in specific cities is actually really interesting also. So there's Seoul style food, but there's also like Jeju Island, which is famous for black pork and different stuff like that. You could go to Busan or Yosu, they're famous for seafood and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are checking all of that out as well. We're running out of time, but I'm not seeing a big fish anywhere. Jeju bibimbap, yeah, that's true. Jeonju bibimbap is also quite popular as well. It's one of my favorite dishes. I hope I can enjoy the atmosphere in Korea. Yeah, I hope so too. All right, guys, we're getting down to the wire. We need to find Kocnuni. This is really beautiful. You guys can kind of see that marshy area. But one thing I'm not seeing is the giant fish. Where could it be? Kocnuni, where are you hiding? I don't see him today. Wait, hold on. I think I see it. I think I see one of those giant fish. So I'm assuming that this is the kind of fish, the shuttle fish that you would find within the marshy waters here. But they've made a giant statue of it, which seems a lot more probable for where Kocnuni might be hiding. So let's see if we can find him. Giant mud skipper. Ah, okay. So thank you, Koreanet, for touching on that. Mud skipper is another word for this particular type of fish. So we're going to try to go find him. Kocnuni. Where is he? Are we looking for a clue or for Kocnuni? Oh, wait. I think I see him. He's over there by the crab. Oh no. Let's go rescue Kocnuni. Kocnuni, we're coming. I think he's gonna get eaten by the giant crab if we don't hurry up. Crab is actually one of my favorite seafood, which you guys should definitely come try. And I went to Yangyang once and they had the most incredible king crab. Definitely give it a try. But we want it without Kocnuni. Ta ta ta. We got him. Ta ta ta. We found Kocnuni. Thank you guys for all of your help. This was super fun today. We still got some time, so let's find a spot to sit. I'm gonna sit right here with my friend. So here we are. We have the giant crab structures today, and we found Kocnuni. So as you guys can see that there's a playground behind me as well. There's a lot of different places for all kinds of age groups. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Wow, this was really fun. Kocnuni always has us walking around all kinds of different places. But I have to say, I think visually this was one of the more diverse places that we've seen so far. We had a lot of different like agricultural anomalies and different environmental spaces that we got to see, but we also got to see some of the art structures as well, which was really, really wonderful. And I think we're gonna take a little break here. I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about some of your favorite things that we've seen so far, some of your favorite things that we've done. Amazing information like always. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so welcome. It made me crave crabs. Yeah, me too. I gotta say, like, whenever we're here, and because it kind of feels like beachy, and we're especially like now we're seeing like a lot of seafood references, it's definitely reminding me of stuff like that. And king crab was probably one of my favorite dishes that I've ever had being here. Again, the specific one that I had was actually in Gyeonggi, which is another place. It's one of the eastern seaside places that you guys could probably visit. Love Jeju, love this place. What an incredible show. While all of us help find Kocnuni. Yeah, I try to keep it light. I try to help you guys get some more information, but I also want you guys to find Kocnuni with me as well. So while we sit here and wind down, I want to remind you guys that we do have a giveaway at the end of every live show. For those of you that have been participating a lot, commenting, helping me find Kocnuni, or just being excited with me and exploring and stuff, you guys are eligible for the Amazon $50 gift card at the end of the show. I will just scroll through the comments and I'll try to find somebody who's been super active and super participatory, and I'll give you guys the gift. So for more instructions on how you guys actually obtain that Amazon gift card, make sure you click the link in the bottom. And when I write your name, I just want you to take a screenshot of it and send it to the email in the link. They will set you guys up with everything that you need to know to get that. And as always, you guys, we really appreciate your suggestions in the comment section, especially towards the end of the live. It really helps us plan what comes next in the show for the next weeks to come. We always try to keep it interesting. We don't want you guys to see the same thing over and over, or feel like you're always getting the same source of information. So like Kocnuni does for me, we always try to keep it really interesting for you guys. He definitely keeps me on my toes. Today we were climbing around in the sand, which is really fun. Last week we were in a boat in the Gimpo, Venice area, so that was really fun. But if there's something in specific that you guys want to see, make sure that you are leaving it in the comments down below. We'll try to take a look through that and see if we can get one of your suggestions in a future show. So yeah, thank you guys so much for always being so participatory and helping me out. I really appreciate it. How are you guys feeling today? Got to explore so many things. Today's place was fantastic. Yeah, I'm so glad you think so. An amazing prize, love that. I love seeing all of the new followers as well. Thank you guys for always like encouraging me to keep doing these. It seems very sunny. Yeah, it is very sunny today, but it's not the most warm. It's actually been extremely windy. Little Korean pop quiz for you guys. Do you know the word for windy? This is a pretty easy one. There's actually a couple K-dramas that reference this particular word. If you guys know the Korean word for windy, drop it down in the comment section below. I'll take that into consideration when I'm picking a winner, those of you that were paying attention. If you can mention some of the Korean words or phrases that we've learned today, that's also a big help. It lets me know that you guys are learning and paying attention while we go through these lives. Kocnuni, I wonder if he speaks Korean. What do you guys think? I think probably. He's like a little mascot, like a little representative. So I would kind of assume so. Maybe one day we'll get to show you guys Jeju and some of those places that you're saying that you would really enjoy seeing. Aw, I look tired. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired today, but that's okay. It's because we walk around a lot and we're always doing like adventures and stuff like that. All right, well, it's giveaway time, you guys. We've only got a couple minutes left, so without further ado, if I write your name on the board, I want you guys to take a quick screenshot and follow the directions in the comment below, and we'll try to get you guys that Amazon gift card for being amazing and also supporting Koreanet. Really appreciate it. All right, so drum roll, please. Let's see who wins. I want to pick somebody new, so if you guys have won in the past, I'm so sorry, but I gotta try to give some credit to our new viewers as well. Let's see who can win today. Oh, see, whenever I mention the giveaway, people always start commenting a lot. Okay, the winner is Yi-Bet. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly. Yi-Bet. Looks like this. Yi-Bet. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you so much. I will try to get you a little screenshot photo. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make sure you screenshot your name. Thank you so much for paying attention. And congratulations on winning that Amazon gift card. Like I said, follow the instructions down below. And make sure you guys are leaving your suggestions for future videos, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and we'll see you again. Bye bye!